Hi, my name is Caesar and welcome to Tips for Landlords and Property Managers brought to you by FastEvict.com Law Group. Hi there, welcome to another Tips for Landlords and Property Managers video brought to you by FastEvict.com. Today, we'll go over the top ways tenants are scamming landlords today. Remember, the contents of this video is not to be considered legal advice. Please contact us for a free consultation. There are many tactics professional scammers try on unsuspecting victims. Some are older tactics and some are new. Hopefully, by going over the top 5 ways tenants are scamming landlords today, we can potentially prevent other landlords from falling victim of tenant scams. The first we'll go over is the phony HR department scam. This is among the oldest tricks in the book, but still commonly used. So, how does it work? The tenant will fill out your rental application with everything you need to satisfy your criteria, then include contact information to their employer's HR department. When you call, you will most likely be talking to your potential tenant's relative willing to tell you exactly what you want to hear. How do you avoid falling for this scam? A simple Google search for the company's public contact information will give you a real way to contact their employer to verify the information they provide. Next is the phony previous landlord scam, which works exactly like the phony HR department scam. The tenant will fill out your rental application with previous landlord contact information. When you call, it's most likely a friend or a relative who has no problem speaking the world of your potential tenant. How do you avoid falling for this scam? This one is a bit more tricky since smaller mom and pop landlords are more difficult to track down on Google. One method you can try when calling previous landlords is to ask if they currently have a for rent listing somewhere online and verifying contact information that way. The next tactic to go over is called the Catfish Scam. This is where another person, not really a tenant or a real landlord, steals your rental ads and pictures. Next, they post an ad exactly like yours on other platforms but change your contact information to theirs. Then, they lower the asking rent amount to generate a ton of calls. The typical way they scam unsuspecting victims is by asking for a small deposit amount to hold the rental for them. The truth is, they don't have access to that rental and victims lose that deposit amount. How do you avoid falling for this scam? The easiest way is by constantly searching for your own real ads you are running. If you see anything fishy, you can immediately flag it. If you're interested in learning an advanced technique, there is a link in the description of this video to learn how to use the Google reverse image lookup method. The next scam we'll go over is moving into town for a new job scam. How does this method work? Your potential tenant will explain that the new company they are working for is moving them into town, and your rental is just the right spot. They will offer you a ridiculous amount of money up front, like 6 months in advance. They only need to stay in your home for 3 months though. They try to make a deal with you where you can keep 2 months of free rent if you can deposit 1 month's rent into their bank account. Sounds attractive, right? The truth is, the check they mail you will be bogus. If they do a money wire, it'll be bogus too. If you fall for this trick, you will end up sending a month's amount of rent to a stranger. Only rent to people you have met in real life, and never send money to strangers for any reason. That's the easiest way to avoid falling victim for this scam. The last method we'll go over is illegal subletting. Another name for this would be the tenant-landlord scam. One of the ways this works is the tenant you just handed the keys to will immediately rent your place to someone else. They'll keep the rent and security deposit the new renter paid and any subsequent rent until you catch on. When you visit your rental and see it's not the same person you rented to, surprise, you have a big problem in your hands. How do you avoid this? Constantly check up on your rental and never allow anyone to move in without paying first month's rent plus security deposit. Good business practice dictates you should always go through a thorough tenant screening process for all potential tenants to avoid these types of situations. Have you fallen victim to a tenant scam we didn't mention? Tell us about it in the comments. Please subscribe and share if you found this video useful. You can find the full-length article link in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.